So welcome back to the Sawmill, friends. It's a busy morning here at the farm. The power company is up here behind the building setting the poles, so we should have power down here at the barn in the next hour or so. So while they're doing that, we're gonna head over here to the hay field real fast. I got 4 more round bales to bring over, and the second cutting of hay will be done. You guys hang in there. All right, guys, got all the hay put up. Let's see what's going on back here at the panel. I think they went ahead and turned the breaker on. Yes, they did. That's the main breaker right there. It's cut on. I've only got one circuit so far, just that outlet right there, and it's on. Let's take a look behind the barn. And also, guys, a lot of y'all been asking about this hat I've been wearing on the past few videos. I'll share the story behind it and also where I get it toward the end of the video. Just be sure to remind me so I don't forget. All right, so we got power coming off that pole right there. That feeds the double wide right there. So they jumped off that pole and put one in right here. Then there's the line that comes down to the barn. All right, so back here on the panel, they installed the meter today. And we got the numbers coming on right there, so that tells me everything's hooked up and ready to go. And somebody asked me if the power company in my area comes out and reads the meters like they used to years ago. I've not seen them do that in a long time. I'm assuming they do this electronically. I'm not sure how they do it, but they never come out and look at this anymore. But we're hooked up, guys. Everything looks good. Got our connections way up there at the top. Good deal. One more thing off the list to get done around here. So now we're gonna warm up the mini skid steer and take it up to the shop and put an auger on the end of it and dig some holes or drill some holes. I guess drill's the best word because we're gonna be using an auger to drill down. But anyways, you guys know what I mean. Let's head up there because we got a new attachment for the skid steer. I've never used this auger before and I'm looking forward to it. All this concrete was left over from the barn expansion last week. We'll use this on these poles today. Looks like they left me about 5 bags. Small change in plans here for the auger. Not really a problem, but a different machine. I'll show that to you guys here in a minute. But first, I need to let these chickens out. You guys ready to come out? I bet you are. All right, come on, girls. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so you better enjoy today. Looks like we're missing one chicken. I bet she's in there laying an egg. What do you guys think? No? Well, maybe she's in the run, I'm not sure. We got a few decoy eggs in there. Looks like so far we have, man, just 3 eggs today. You girls are slacking, my goodness. We have 12 hens, and I would say that half of them probably don't even lay eggs anymore. But why do we keep them? That's a good question, I don't know. I do get their manure, and I make it into compost, so I am getting something out of it. But when they get old like this, some of them are about 4 years old, their meat's no good. I think they call them stew chickens, so if you want to eat them, you have to boil them and stuff like that. I don't want to do all that. I just let them hang out here until they die. And most of the time, it doesn't take long, usually about 3 or 4 years old, and they'll start falling over. But next year, we're gonna have to get some new ones though. 3 eggs a day, you ain't cutting it. All right, guys, so we got the mini skid steer up here, and that's what I was wanting to use with the auger, but when I come over here and unpackage the auger, I found out this auger is actually made for a full-size skid steer. So that auger will not fit on the mini skid steer. And when I ordered that for Bommalite, I thought I told them an auger for the mini skid steer, but maybe I didn't. Might have been my mistake, I don't know. And this thing came in about 2 months ago, and I just now uncrated it today. But that's okay because I don't have a full-size skid steer auger, so it does solve a problem. So I'm glad it's here. But I'll probably email Bommalite maybe tomorrow and see if they can go ahead and order me one for the mini skid steer, because I need that for the fencing up there where the cows are going. It's pretty steep up there. I don't want to take that skid steer up there. But as far as today goes, I guess we'll be using this thing, and I'll tell you what, guys, it is beefy, my goodness. Right there is the part that hooks to the skid steer. It's got a shaft right there. They sent me 3 augers, a 6-inch, a 9-inch, and a 12-inch. And I was looking at the manual just now, comparing serial numbers to make sure they sent me the right one, and they did, as far as the sales receipt goes. I just didn't pay attention on my end, probably. But this one is actually for commercial use. They sell these primarily to rental yards. So this right here should pretty much last me forever. Weighs 282 pounds. 6 to 24 gallons per minute, and the output shaft is a 2-inch hex right there. Good deal. It would help if I had the keys for the skid steer. I don't know how many times I do that in a day. You guys ever do that? You get in your machine and you look down and you don't have the keys. I'll tell you what, guys, Bommalite sure does make some nice stuff. Check this out. Got your shaft right here in this little housing, so it's kind of hard to get to everything. So Bommalite designed this where that opens up right there. That's a great feature. That saves you a lot of hassle. And guys, this video is not sponsored by Bommalite. I paid full price for this, but I'm not sure if I paid full price for the right one. We'll find out later. I tell you what, guys, that sure beats doing it by hand. And I've done those by hand before, and they take forever. Good size hole, 12 inches. Got a good wall right there around it. Now we need to clean out the bottom, but there's one problem. So I went ahead off camera and started cleaning out the bottom of that hole with these post hole diggers. I've not used these, I don't know how long. It's been a long time, and you can tell because they look pretty bad. And on the second strike, as I went down in there to get the dirt out, guess what happened? It broke, just like that. So as bad as I hate to, I guess I'm gonna have to stop what I'm doing and head over to Lowe's and get a new one. You can't go no further on this project without cleaning that hole out. Man, that's aggravating. But while I'm there, I got something else I need to get anyways, and that is, I don't know if you guys could tell, there's some strapping way up there. It's 1.5 inch angle strapping. And I use that to strap these posts right here to the trusses. So I need to get some more of that because in here, on this post that we're installing today, of course it will get concrete in the ground and it will go all the way up to right below the trusses, and that way I can strap it to that truss as well to make it more stable. Let's go get in the truck and head to town. You guys hang in there. All right, friends, got that hole cleaned out. That's about 3 foot deep. Plenty deep enough for what I'm doing right here. That post hole digger was $59. My goodness, there ain't nothing cheap nowadays, but you gotta have it. Can't do without it. When it comes to cleaning out these holes, they aren't gonna clean themselves out. And I also went to Home Depot instead of Lowe's because I was looking online for that strapping and Lowe's was totally out of it. So I went to the depot instead, and I prefer it, to be honest with you. It's a little bit further, but it's not as crowded. Our Lowe's is just really crowded here in this town. It's aggravating even going in there sometimes. All right, so now we're gonna head down to the barn and get in one of the tractors and bring up a 6x6. You want to talk about some nice weather to be working outside. I tell you what, it's about 75 out here, low humidity. Man, it's nice right now. So this post needs to be 12 foot and 4 inches, and that would give us about a 3-inch difference between the truss and the top of the post. And that's where we'll use that strapping right there to fill that gap. Should work pretty good. Whenever you cut something long like this, 4 sawhorses are necessary. If you don't take the extra step to brace it like this, once you make your cut, the wood will start splintering out. It'll make a mess real fast. Ask me how I know. The factory end of this post will be up in the air, and this end will be in the ground, so I'm not really too concerned with it being perfectly straight. If I was concerned with that, I would use that flat top jig that I showed in a previous video. But something like this is going to be buried. As long as it's close, that's good enough. My goodness, this saw is dull. What in the world have I gotten into with this thing? My good, I must have hit a nail when I was taking that pallet apart or something. My goodness. Let's go get something else. That right there will take all day. And it just so happens I bought myself a new battery powered saw the other day. This nice Milwaukee right here. Let's try her out. Can't do nothing without a battery though. So this is a Milwaukee M18 fuel battery powered saw. I've always wanted to try one. I picked it up the other day on sale. I'm not sure what size bar it's on there. About 16 inches. Pretty good size bar. Cuts pretty good. It's pretty light. I like it. Not sponsored. I think I paid $2.99 for this without a battery. I am a big fan of these Milwaukee tools, guys. I tell you what. And I wish they sponsored the channel. It would probably save me some money. If two of you guys don't care to get on both ends, I'll guide it in the middle, which means I got the easy part. We'll take it up there. Man, this is gonna be heavy. Tired of waiting on you. I'll just do it myself. Man, this thing's heavy. Oh boy, that's close right there. That's real close. Climb up this ladder that I got strategically placed right here by the work site. Anything less than 4 inches was okay right there, but man, it's about a ½ inch away from the truss. Good deal, closer's better. I'm glad I didn't overshoot it. That'd be a bad day. All right, guys, I'm out of breath. I need a break. I'll see you back here in just a minute. Go grab you a cup of coffee. All right, guys, I am back. I went ahead off camera and pulled my string right there. That way, this post is lined up with that one over there, and also that one on the corner. And I got it braced up with some 2x4s. It's plumb and level, and we are ready for concrete. And the building inspector is here. Mama Cat, do not knock that off. I got that perfectly lined up. Where you going? Don't go away mad, my goodness. There she comes. Hatefulest cat on YouTube, right there. I'm going to do something different on these posts. For all my buildings here at the farm that have poles in the ground, they pretty much dry pour them, which means I take the concrete bags and just dump them in the hole. Then when it rains, you get concrete pretty much. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to mix it up to where we're pouring concrete in the hole. And I'm going to use a brand new machine I've never showed you guys. This machine right here, friends, is called the Wood-Mizer. I ordered this several months ago, and I'm just now getting around to some projects that I'm going to use it for. Now, this will be my first time using it, and I watched a few videos this morning, and it looks like it's pretty simple. So real fast, guys, it looks like it's a pretty simple machine. You got the hopper on the top, you put your concrete up here. This is kind of sharp, that busts your bag. All your concrete falls down into there. There's an auger at the bottom, and also water that gets sprayed somewhere in here where the concrete comes out, and that auger twists the whole time, so the water's hitting the concrete and the auger and mixing everything up, and it comes all the way down right out that chute right there. Now, based on everything I looked at on YouTube this morning, it looks like the only learning curve is this dial, which dictates how much water gets mixed into the concrete. Several guys said you just had to play with that and find the sweet spot right there. But pouring something like this, if I pour it too wet, I don't really care. Nobody's never going to see it. But I'm thinking maybe between 25 and 50 is what a lot of guys are doing. We'll do that, and we'll see how the mix looks as it comes out. For you guys out there that know more about concrete than me, which is probably most of you, pay attention to the mix as it comes out and let me know if it's too dry or too wet. And two more things here, friends, in case you're curious. It's powered by 110. It's just got a little simple motor right there, nothing crazy. It also has a really cool feature right here, clean out hose. So when you're done, you can wash out your chute right there. They say the clean out on this is really easy. According to the YouTube guys, they said wet this down before you run your first mitts through it. Tell you what, friends, that right there works pretty good. You put the bag up there and the pressure of it pretty much tears it open. Pretty good mix. Maybe it's a little too wet. Hard for me to tell. You guys let me know down in the comments what you thought about it. And that's good enough for this post right here. I could do another bag, but that would probably be overkill. Good deal. All right, guys, the cleanup took about 10 minutes. The only thing I would do different might be wear some rubber boots. I got pretty wet there cleaning this thing up, but it is what it is. It wasn't too hard to clean up. There's no scrubbing involved. Just shoot that water down in there and down in the auger. And when everything gets washed out, you're pretty much done. Really nice machine right there. I figured it would work good. It actually works better than I thought it would. It's almost too fast for one person, I tell you what. So we got our concrete over here in the post. And I could have did one more bag. That would have overfilled it more than likely. That's more than enough for this post. We'll backfill this one. And by tomorrow, it should be pretty much dry enough to build on. We'll strap it up there to the top truss. Then we'll start building our walls right here. All right, friends, it looks like I'm done for the day. I got to head to the skin doctor and have them look at my ear over here and make sure everything's looking okay. It's starting to heal up pretty good, but I tell you what, it is still sore. Man, I'll tell you what, for you guys out there that never go to the dermatologist, go now and get checked out, because it may save you a lot of hassle like this later on. If I start getting checked out by the dermatologist 10 years ago, I might have avoided the surgery on my head and this one right here. More than likely, they would have found this way sooner and probably taken care of it. But it is what it is. I gotta go every 6 months now and get checked out. And if you guys aren't getting checked out, go at least once, because it could save your life, to be honest with you. It's not a bad idea to go. So in closing here, guys, thanks for watching. And I just forgot, I need to tell you about this hat. Don't go anywhere. So this hat looks like a common hat you would see somebody that's driving a train, like a conductor hat. And that's what it's based off of, I think. I got some vent holes made in this one. This is custom made right here by a company named La Raza Hats or something like that. I can't pronounce it right, I'm sure. But he custom makes these to the size of your head. And I had him shorten the bill on this one. Traditionally, the bills are a lot longer. I had this one shortened. And also those little ventilation holes right there on both sides. But he custom makes these out of all the different materials. This is out of denim. Cost $80, but it's custom made for your head. And it will probably last for years if you take care of it. I don't care to pay for quality and stuff that's handmade like this, because I think it's worth it in the long run. But there's a reason behind this hat. Wait a minute. There's a label right there. La Raza Hat Co. Made in the USA. I'll leave a link down below to his website. He has different designs other than this, and he can make pretty much any kind of style hat like this that you want. So if you're interested in them, send him an email. The link will be down below in the video description. Not sponsored by him. I'm just some guy that emailed him with a hat idea, and he made me one, and I'm tickled to death with it. Now let me tell you why I got one in this style. I'm gonna try to put on the screen right now, guys, some still shots of some videos that I found on YouTube of some sawmills back in the 30s and the 40s. And if you notice, the loggers and the sawyers are all wearing this style hat right here. Now, I'm not sure why this style hat showed up so much during that time period, probably because baseball caps wasn't even around then, I'm assuming. This is probably the only hat there was besides straw hats or cowboy hats. But anyways, this is a traditional hat that was worn by sawyers, you know, almost 100 years ago. And I'm really into sawmill history right now, into books about sawmills and watching old videos and learning about them, about circle sawmills, the old band sawmills, et cetera, and even the pit saws. Those are really interesting because they're man driven. There's no machines involved in that. But while I was doing all this research here lately, and I'm not writing a book, but I may write a book one day, but not right now, I'm too busy. But while I was doing the research, all these guys kept on showing up in these videos and these pictures wearing these hats. So I'm following suit. It's a proper sawyer's hat, and over the past probably, gosh, maybe 50 to 80 years when ball caps came out, these things kind of got lost in time. You know, guys that worked on trains and still had stuff like this, but sawyers, to my knowledge, you never see them wear these anymore. And if you do, let me know in the comments below where these guys are at. I'd love to talk to them about this. But that's why I'm wearing these now. I'm trying to do a comeback on these hats right here, because this is the traditional hat worn by the sawyers, you know, up to 100 years ago and maybe even further back than that. So if you're interested in these hats and you run a sawmill, go get you one. Let's start a movement here, and all you sawyers out there start wearing these hats. So anyway, story time's over. I got to head to the dermatologist. We'll talk more about this hat later on. So we're closing here, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Sorry for the short video today, but I got to go to the skin doctor and get this taken care of. It just is what it is, guys. We'll come back out here tomorrow or the next day, depending upon the weather. Excuse me. Having allergies are killing me since I cut hay last week. But I've also got Mark DeLacy coming here tomorrow. And actually, I need to call him real fast to make sure he's still coming. Don't go anywhere, guys. Let's go call him real fast. I should have bought Mark one of these hats.
Hey, what's up, Nathan?
Mark DeLacy, you are on my YouTube video. You're being recorded, just so you know.
Oh, how you doing?
We are doing great. We've been down here working on the farm all day, pouring concrete, setting a post, and we're just calling to confirm that you are coming down tomorrow.
We are going to be hitting the road, ZZ and I, at 5 a.m.
All right.
And that should put us at your place somewhere around 11-ish.
Oh, man, just in time for lunch.
Oh, I like lunch.
All right. So who's coming with you, Mark?
Just, this is going to be a ZZ and I trip. Eddie has to hold the fort down. And so we are going to, just the two of us. We got the blade loaded. Well, not the blade. We got the 56-inch head saw. We got a 28-inch chop saw blade. And we got 3 sets of strobe saws.
Man.
That we're going to take down to Andrews and have everything worked on down there.
Awesome.
And you're the first stop. So
first, I'm number one. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. All right.
Did you notice the O on Out of the Woods? ZZ drew a beard on that for you?
I saw that in your last video. I tell you what, that's awesome right there. Well, I tell you what.
That is respect.
All right. Well, I'm going to do the close here on this video, Mark, and I'll be right back. So guys,
okay, Nathan.
Mark DeLacy will be here tomorrow. If you're not familiar with his channel, there's a link down below in the video description. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, and I'll be videoing me and Mark as we hang out down at my sawmill. Thanks for watching.